Kenny McIntosh, Kenny McIntosh,
That will haunt my
Kenny McIntosh.
And as you can see, the beautiful man beside me is, of course, one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits man himself, Montez Ford. Montez, how are you?
Kenny McIntosh, Kenny McIntosh. Yo, you got like the greatest singing name ever, boss. Did you know that?
I appreciate it. Well, I'm now going to use that. Whenever I go on stage to do an interview, I'm going to have you singing my name. Play me out.
Kenny McIntosh.
It's got a new ring to it I never knew was there. How are you? I mean, 2020 is crazy. It's just such a mad year. Like real life, wrestling, everything. How are you coping apart from continuing to have an awesome fashion style?
Man, you know, like not only like it's going wild, we like doing a whole lot of like moving and, you know, setting up gyms and stuff, making sure that we're able to still like stay in tip top shape while the, you know, water's at its current state. So it's been something, man. It's been something. How you been, man?
Good. I mean, lockdown is weird, but you get used to it. You tidy up the places that you never got around to tidying up. But,
right.
It's good. And I think one of the important things is that wrestling is still going on, right? Because people are still getting to enjoy it and all that kind of stuff. And you guys, you and Angelo have been a big part of it. I wanted to ask you, because there's a lot of kind of online stories about Paul Heyman being one of your biggest supporters and really sort of trying to go to bat for you. Can you talk a little bit about working with Paul Heyman? Was he a big supporter of you guys? And what's it been like working with him?
Paul Heyman's, I would like to, like, first off, I like to say, like, I owe Paul Heyman my freaking life, man. I know both me and Dawkins owe him pretty much our life, man. He's always been there since day one. I remember specifically the first time we encountered with Paul Heyman and just him just giving us like a wealth of knowledge. And I remember like when we first debuted on Monday Night Raw, he was I remember specifically he's the first person that came and found us and talked to us and just pretty much took us under his wing and just, you know, just it's so much I can say and describe, but he's given us a whole bunch of stuff and he's pretty much been there the whole way and given us a whole lot of motivation, man, insight. And you guys know, man, Paul, like getting any type of insight or anything from Paul Heyman, man, it's golden. So like, I just in short terms, I can say that, man, and I'm just privileged to know, like, and to have worked with him in the time period that we did, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Paul Heyman, he can sell you anything. He's great. You talk about coming up to Raw, being on Monday Night Raw. How did you find out you were going to be called up, and what is that moment like? You worked in NXT for years, and you finally find out you're going to Raw.
Wow. So, yeah, it was just tell you how crazy and wild the year has been. So a year ago, my wife's grandmother had passed. So we were in Knoxville, Tennessee for, you know, pretty much the funeral and the wake and got the call saying like, hey, you guys are debuting. But like, no, it's not like no one knew what was going on or anything. It's just one of them things where, you know, you get the call, like the call can happen at any time. And flew over to pretty much where Raw was, and pretty much that's how it all happened. Like it was just pretty much a two-day notice, and that's just usually how things happen here, man. Like that call can be any time, and once you get the call, you just got to be ready to go, you know. So that's exactly how it happened, man. Got the call, and pretty much did Monday Night Raw, came right back, and it just shows you, like, in an instance, like, that call can happen at any single time, and you just got to be ready.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, one of the things I wanted to ask you about, because I only found this out today when I was reading up on you, is that you said that you broke your back a few days before WrestleMania, and you still worked WrestleMania. How did someone do that?
Like, broke my back, man. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Who do you know? Who do you know broke their back and still made it to WrestleMania? Who do you know, man? Just tell me one. Tell me one person.
You're the only one.
Tell me one person. I'll wait. Exactly. It's I. You talking to him right now, man. Who do you know, man? Who do you know, man? You know, so.
I mean, if WrestleMania wasn't bizarre enough this year that you guys are having to do it at the PC, then you break your back. But I mean, WrestleMania, you guys go in as the champs, you retain, and your wife, Bianca Belair, debuts with you guys that night. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a better first WrestleMania, right?
Man, you said it, man. You said it, man. And like you said, like with everything that was happening, and just to have like that moment still happen in spite of what the current state of the world was or is, it's just a blessing, man. So like I'm just that's going to be forever cemented in our minds and our hearts, and it's like I said, man, it's a good thing, man. Like I can't really. There's so much I can like dig into and like press up on it, but I'm just glad that we were able to still have that moment, man.
And then, with you and Angelo, it's like I don't really know the full story, but you guys just have such good chemistry together. Like, how did you guys first get together in NXT, and when did you realize that like this is something special? This is not going to be like a 2-year thing, and then we drift away.
So a lot of people don't know, but me and Docs, like, we was boys like way before like the whole debut like happened on TV and everything. Because when I had my second tryout, they had like an acting class, and they took some of the people upstairs from the second tryout, and that's the first time me and Docs had our interaction, and it was by accident. I thought the promo class of the tryouts was supposed to be in the afternoon, but it was actually in the morning. So I usually wear a suit, man. I'm always suited up, whatever. And I was in there with a workout shirt and some gym shorts and some moccasins. I don't never wear no moccasins. So we go upstairs to this acting class room, and we sit down, and then like everybody's looking like, "Hey, Docs, he wearing moccasins just like you, man." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I like that." And then and then like so like pretty much when I pretty much got to the Performance Center in April of 2015, like we clicked from like day one. It was me, Angelo Dawkins, Apollo Crews, and also Ricochet, as you know, and we just like clicked from day one, and then like eventually it came around to they pretty much had the idea of putting both of us together, and so when they said that, we was like, oh, this should be pretty cool then, because like we already know each other. So yeah, man, it's just cool how it all works out too, man.
I also want to ask you, while we've got time, I think when you watch back like old Raws, like 2000 and stuff, there's so many like vignettes and backstage skits that happen. They don't happen as much today, but you guys and the Viking Raiders certainly brought back skits and vignettes, and they were so funny. Some of them were absolutely ridiculous, but they were so funny. How did that come about? Like, where was the idea for you guys to do something different and a bit out of the box?
Man, so there was an idea. This ideas came from a whole bunch of array of people, and it was just the fact that I'm just glad like we were in that position to be able to bring something different while like I said, the world's its current state, without there being no fans. So it gave us a chance to, like you said, do what we did or they did in the Attitude Era, is pretty much do different backstage skits and do different situations in which you can see the WWE performers outside of the ring. And then you give a chance to also see the WWE superstars, other like alternative personalities, or you see a trait, something about them that you never knew about. So that's why I thought it was pretty good and very special that we did something like that, because people may have never seen the Street Profits in that light, or people may have never seen the Viking Raiders in that light. So, and like I said, just to be a part of it, and also, like you said, back in the Attitude Era, that's pretty much what we saw as well, different backstage skits and different ways of seeing, not only just the ring, but, things that happen in everyday life,
I can't remember the last time in wrestling that I was so speechless as I was watching Backlash and watching whatever that was that you guys did. I mean, any thoughts on the Backlash match? I mean, it was just insane.
It's the greatest cinematic match of all time. So make sure you go on WWE.com and vote it so we can get the Bumpy Awards. I just wanted to plug that in.
Move over, Boneyard match. There's a new cinematic match in town. Before you go, you in some of your matches in the past, you've done a rock bottom or you've done a stunner and sort of paid homage to some of the greats from the past. What has been has there been any sort of surreal experience for you getting to interact with a legend? Any that kind of come to mind?
I'm sorry. Can you say that last part again? I saw
Is there
to the
any
last.
is there any interactions with legends that you've had in the last couple of years that have been surreal for you? You know, given that you did grow up a fan and you were doing rock bottoms and stunners.
Oh man, everybody, man. Specific, like also another person like that's pretty much been there since day one as well is like Booker T. So I would say like he's another individual like meeting and getting knowledge as well from. It's like one of those like, wow, this is cool, you know. So it's just like everybody, man, because it's so much wealth of knowledge in the professional wrestling game itself. So just the fact that, you know, you have everyone either saying something or giving knowledge, like you take a tad bit of knowledge from everyone. So just getting knowledge from just the people, like you said, growing up with is pretty cool, man.
And last question for you. You know, we're all kind of looking towards when we can get back to arenas and crowds again and stuff like that. Is there a sort of, you guys are the tag champs, is there a big match that you want to have in front of a crowd? And is there any that you kind of thinking ahead?
Man, that's a good question. Yeah, me and Doc were talking about this big match. I would say I would love to have a 4-way tag team championship match, like kind of like what they did in WrestleMania 2000 and WrestleMania X7, but I want to add another team between us, the Usos, the New Day, and a tag team of your choosing. So who would you add?
Who would we add? I mean, let's put Miz and Morrison in there just to give them something. They deserve something. Braun Strowman killed them. Let's throw them a bone here.
Exactly.
Well, listen, Montez, I want to thank you.
And that's the match. That's the match there.
There you go. We've booked it. I want to thank you for your time. Stay safe, and thanks for entertaining us during this wacky time.
Oh, thank you, man. And just remember, Kenny McIntyre. Kenny McIntyre.
That will haunt my time.